Hi, my name is Brent Sweeney, and I was a finalist on the most recent season of The Amazing Race Canada with my brother. We were a team, and I'm also in my 4th year of graphic design at OCAD University. I decided to go into graphic design, basically, first of all, I kind of just always did it as a hobby, from when I was a teenager until I went to OCAD. So in my 2nd year, in one of my graphic design courses, we were asked to create an awareness campaign called Awareness Now about an issue that is ongoing and currently in Toronto. So I decided to do an environmental issue and focus on the pollution of cigarette butts, just because one cigarette butt dropped on the ground may not do that much damage, but tens and trillions dropped on the ground can cause a lot of litter. So basically what the project was to raise awareness for that issue, and there was different counterparts within that project. So one was to create a poster to raise awareness, and then the second was to develop 2 double-page spreads for Toronto Life magazine on the issue, and then it went on to developing a logo, t-shirt designs with buttons, and so on. And it was just a really fun project. It was an entire semester dedicated towards one issue. And then another piece that I just recently done in another graphic design course was to create branding in a business campaign for an ice cream company. So basically I developed like a logo, business cards, storefronts for an ice cream company called Meltdown. And basically the idea was to use the M and then the white space inside the M to create that as the cone for the logo. So for this project, the idea was to take a fairy tale and modernize it and then put it in a real world setting. So my idea was to take Goldilocks and the 3 Bears and make Goldilocks a troubled celebrity that gets caught shoplifting at a retail store called the 3 Bears. So basically the artifact was I created a tabloid magazine that was kind of reporting on Goldilocks. My experience on the show, I mean, no pun intended, I mean, it really was amazing. It was, I never really thought, before the show, I had never really traveled that much before, had never seen much of Canada. I'm from Nova Scotia originally. I moved to Toronto for OCAD to go to school here, and other than that, I haven't really seen that much. So when deciding to apply, it really came down to, I was a big fan of the show, and I, knew that they were accepting applications for this most recent season. And I said to my brother, I was just like, this would be fun. This could be something cool to do.